with the news where you live. 8 News at 6 starts now.
I want to thank TV8 News because they have been, helping us for a long time now.
Tonight, for the first time in more than 2 decades, 8 News is hearing from one of 2 men found not guilty of murdering a Waverly police officer, but sentenced to life. You're watching 8 News at 6. I'm Eric Phillips.
I'm Heather Hope. And for Deanna tonight, Terrence Richardson, one of the so-called Waverly Two, walked out of prison early this morning. His sentence, along with Ferron Claiborne's, commuted by former President Joe Biden.
We have team coverage tonight of this Taking Action investigation update. 8 News anchor Deanna Albritton is breaking down the complicated road that led to today. But first, reporter Roland Wilson brings us the emotional and joy-filled moments from Richardson himself. Roland, good evening.
Eric, Heather, good evening. Certainly an emotional interview I just had with Terrence Richardson. I asked him what has today been like for him. In just a few words, he says today has been filled with joy. I spoke with him hours ago, talking to him about what it was like to walk free from a federal prison here in Petersburg for the first time in decades. I want you to take a listen to what he had to say.
It was great seeing my mom and my daughter out there, like, it was just a long time coming. It's okay in the visit, but actually being able to hug them where I'm actually free without any supervision standing over top of you and hugging my daughter. And I'm trying to hold my tears in because her and my mom crying.
And right now you're taking a look at that emotional reunion, part of it there, the moment Richardson walked free. Now, as for what's next, he's home right now enjoying time with his family, and he is currently on home confinement until further notice. And Richardson is just one of the Waverly Two, as we've mentioned. He says he's also waiting for the release of Ferron Claiborne.
We just waiting on Ferron. It's complete once Ferron is home. And as always, the biggest thing is we still want to find out what happened to Officer Gibson, so we can get closure and his family can get closure.
Now, even after all this time, Richardson tells me this fight is not over. He's still fighting to prove his innocence as he awaits a decision from the Court of Appeals. Live in Petersburg tonight, Roland Wilson, 8 News.